Hi guys, welcome. My name is Taylor. I'm 22 years old. I live here in the DMV area, and for as long as I can remember, I've loved creating videos. I was homeschooled 8 out of the 12 years, and if I wasn't doing work, I was either outside tumbling or making a video. I never viewed it as a career or something that I could find a job in. I just really viewed it as a hobby, something that I love to do and I always wanted to do. So about 4 years ago, I came across this lady's YouTube channel. Her name is Thoraya, and she goes around asking strangers a question. And I fell in love with her channel. I always saw myself in my head doing that, but I never thought that I would be able to do that in real life, because I think me being homeschooled maybe affected me socially, where it was hard for me to just go up and ask someone, oh, what's your name? Or want to be friends? Like, me talking to a stranger is just like, no, because they're a stranger. Watching her videos definitely encouraged me. So I created a series called Stranger to Stranger, where I go around asking strangers a meaningful question to share with you guys watching, just to get different perspectives and to hear other people's stories, because personally I've struggled with thinking that I'm the only one that goes through what I go through, but really there are people who go through, if not the same, but very similar things than we all go through. I'm still going to share personal things that happen in my life and memories I create with family and friends, because if you guys got my card, it says tailor-made, making memories and making a difference. So the making memories side will be the memories I create with my family and with my friends, and the making a difference would be sharing people's stories and different perspectives to know that you guys aren't alone. I met so many amazing people the past 2 months, and I decided to put together something just so you guys will see what it'll be like, so you don't have to wait till next week. I will post a Stranger to Stranger video every week. Personal memories I create, I will just post when I create. Yeah. So watch this video. I asked a stranger related question just because this was the first one. I thought that would be cool. But I got a few cool answers. So enjoy, guys.
So there was this karaoke event, and I was in Ocean City and was on the boardwalk, and I was just passing by. I wasn't intending to do a song, but then a complete stranger approached me and said, do you want to do a song with me? So I don't remember the song name, but went something like, hey, I forget it. But it was just a good experience, and the whole crowd got hyped, and then we got in a huge group. We ran around the boardwalk, good time.
Being guided around Richmond for the first time when I had no idea what I was doing and was completely lost. And I asked somebody a question, and they took the time out of their day to guide me all the way across town, because I didn't realize I was in the complete wrong area. But yeah, that's my positive experience.
The positive experience I had with a complete stranger was when I met the girl behind the camera filming me for the first time. She was really nice and really cool, and we had a great conversation about mundane things.
Would definitely be when we both liked each other's outfits, and so we just complimented each other. I would be like, hey, I like your jacket, and she would say, hey, I love your hair, and then we would exchange numbers and become friends. And that's how most of my friendships have started. So yeah.
They complimented my hoodie.
Was it this hoodie?
Yeah, it was this hoodie. It was so random, and like they just passed by me and they were like, I like your hoodie, and I was like, I like your skirt.
So my positive experience today was I needed to find shoes, and as you know, women have to shop for shoes together, and nobody was off but me today. So I'm looking for shoes, and I accost this poor woman in the aisle, and she helped me pick out shoes. She walked up and down with me. We must have spent 15 minutes together. It was amazing. Strangers are great.
It was with a man named Jesus Christ. Throughout my whole life, I grew up addicted to drugs, and this was what my life was consisted of. I was angry, and I was sad, and I was broken on the inside, and there was a complete void in my heart that nothing or nobody could fill. And that if I trust in what God has done for me, that I can walk in a purposeful life, that I can be free from the things that keep me bound. I received it with gladness and joy. God has provided for me financially in such an amazing way, and God has expressed His love to me through Jesus Christ. So that's my positive experience I have for you today. God bless you.
We had to pick out somebody that inspired us in the class, and mind you, this is a class full of people that we didn't know, so I picked out this one girl, and then we danced it together, which was a really great moment, and then I got her Instagram. We became friends. She is actually from Australia, but yeah, that was a moment that really stuck with me.
I was out thrifting looking for my Halloween costume. I was going to be Kim Possible for Halloween. I found a nice shirt and some pants, but I couldn't find a nice pair of black gloves. So I went up to the counter and I said, hey, do you guys happen to have any gloves? We were talking about how they didn't have any gloves. And this wonderful woman overheard us and walked up to me and she said, I happen to have a nice pair of black gloves at my house. If you come back here tomorrow, I can just give them to you. I didn't know who she was, and we traded numbers. I came back the next day, and she just gave me a free pair of gloves.
My roommate and I, we were walking back from the gym, and I was actually really angry about something, so I was just like randomly screaming as we were walking back to the dorm. And there's this guy behind us, and I didn't realize he was behind us. And when he passed us, I said that I was sorry because I was just screaming really loud. And he was like, no, you're all good. Like, get it out. As long as you're yourself, that'll make me happy. And that really made my day because I was having a rough one.
When someone told me I was pretty in the mall.
I was on the road in North Carolina and somebody waved at me from their car, and so I waved back, and that was my positive experience with a stranger.
I used to work at Sally's. I remember it was really raining that day. I was by myself. I had a guy come in and he was like looking around for a minute, but he wasn't really getting anything. And I asked him, I was like, anything I could help you find? And he was like, I'm just waiting for the rain to pass, because apparently he walked there to find something, but we didn't have it. But now he has to wait for the rain to go by. He was like, he didn't have like the money for an Uber. He was fine with just walking home. I told him, wait a minute while I go out to my car. I had an umbrella and I gave it to him. He was like, I'll bring back the umbrella, but unfortunately, like, I left before he ever could do that. So hopefully he didn't lose that umbrella.
I guess a complete stranger moment would be I was on a public bus. I started talking with somebody and they started complimenting me on all my success and wishing me luck on all that.
So recently I was traveling back to the States from Haiti, and I hate having an in seat because when the flight is over and the seatbelt sign goes off, everyone jumps up and it flips open the overhead compartments, and I'm always like scared that something's gonna fall over on me. And so the last flight that I took, I was actually sitting and I was like bent over and something falls on me. And then I don't know what it was because I had my head down, but then they just took it off. And so I like pick my book bag up and I stand up and I look, and I'm like looking at this lady and this man, and I had my mask on and I'm just looking at them because I'm waiting for somebody to acknowledge the fact that something just fell on me. And so I'm looking at this man and he's like, sorry. And so I just start laughing behind my mask and I'm like, no, it's cool. And he's like, your eyes, they're scary. And so I just start laughing and I'm like, no, I was just like wondering like who was going to say something. And he's like, well, I'm sorry, my head fell on you, but your eyes were really scaring me. And I'm like, okay, it's okay. We're looking at each other for a few seconds and he's like, they're still doing it. But I thought that was so funny because number one, like he was brave enough to tell me that because I'm sure other people are probably thinking the same thing about me. But number two, it really taught me a lesson that like your eyes say a lot. And I know for me, my facial expressions are like, brutal. And so we ended up having a great conversation and he was like a really nice, older gentleman. And I learned a little something about myself and my eyes.
I was at the grocery store one time and a gentleman didn't have enough money to purchase his groceries and he had his children with him, and I couldn't let him walk away with no food for his kids, so I paid for his groceries. That was the best day.
So I just finished filming, and at the end of each video I want to share my answer as well, just because I think that would be fun. I actually have 2 positive experiences with a complete stranger, and I met 2 amazing guys while creating a video like this. It wasn't today, but a few weeks ago I met these 2 great guys. The first guy, he was so open to help me come up with ideas and also just wanted to know why I was doing this, and gave me even suggestions like maybe go out to college campuses to capture footage that people there will be more open to answering. I don't know, I just never had that experience. Like, I just met him that day and he took time out of his day to just sit there and talk to me and like help me out with doing this. And he actually got 3 other people to do the video too. Like, they were like sitting behind him. I really hope he sees this video, and I want him to know that he's that stranger that I will remember always. And so the other guy, he did the same thing. Like, I went to the college campus and I was so nervous. Like, I got a lot of no's. He actually said no at first to me, but then he like paused and he's like, well, what are you doing it for? And then I was like, yeah, for a YouTube channel. And I gave him my card and stuff. He's like, wow, this is great. And he like says, come follow me. And then he takes me to like this open area where there's so many other people there. And he's like, you can ask like anyone here. And he actually ended up giving an answer. I don't know, I just feel so blessed. Like, I was nervous to go out there and meet new people or talk to strangers or just ask them, do they want to be in a YouTube video? But it's like God placed people there to be open to help me. Make sure you guys like and subscribe and comment other questions you'd like me to ask, or other just fun, interesting things that I can do with strangers. Like, any ideas, just throw them out there. Yeah, I really want to have fun on this channel and just have a good time and meet a lot of people. Thank you guys, and I'll see you next week. Have fun!